What's up, guys? This is David, aka Big Man of BallBoyz podcast. Um, Quick note before you watch this video: we are currently getting new toys to play with. We have this camera that I'm using right now. We're getting new microphones, new headsets, a lot of new stuff. So we are trying to figure out how to make these things work. So there was a lot of issues with how we were going to set this up. In the end, long story short, the video isn't usable. So this episode will be mostly audio. So you can play it, put it in the background, that way you can still help support the channel. We're also on Spotify now. So if you want to listen to there, listen to there. Awesome. But like I said, this video is just, it was a wash. That's why it's coming out late. Um, but yeah, no. Thank you for watching. Like I said, hope you enjoyed this podcast. We try to work hard on this one. We try to get better every week, and there is a surprise. So stick around and you'll see. So enjoy the show.
Hey, what time is it?
Shit, I don't even know.
It's already 12, bro.
Yep.
Is it?
Shit.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
still up?
How are you still
What
up,
the
man?
fuck?
Bro, it's.
Usually you're down by now. You're ready to go home by then. What's going on?
Well, it's thanks to our brand new sponsor, Dubby.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the BallBoyz podcast. I'm your host, Braves.
Host Alligator.
Now I'm just appearing as Chonchis. Finally, I actually had to pay to be here because there were some cuts. Yeah, so I'm here and let's see what happens.
And I am your co-host, David, who's a producer and actually enjoying this sponsor.
Nice. But yeah, we got a late one today due to inconveniences that cannot be said.
Bro.
Tunches is back.
3 a.m., bro. 3 a.m. And somehow our producer's still going up.
Mm-hmm.
Still, he's actually has the energy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because usually he's by bed around 9:30 or 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Earlier than that.
Yes, dude. But it's 3 in the morning here in Dallas. So we'll see what happens. I decided to look that up. Great.
But yeah, our first topic is
The sponsor. So we finally have an official sponsor after hitting 100 subscribers, which, by the way, thank you guys so much for helping us hit 100 subscribers.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We've hit 100, and as promised, this is a surprise. Dubby is now our official sponsor. So what Dubby is, it's a new alternative energy drink for those of you who want to stay up, maybe editing podcasts, hell, maybe even gaming, like streaming on Twitch, Kick, all these other platforms, YouTube, like we are on. And Dubby is a healthier organic alternative with all the jitterless energy blend that are good flavors. So we got different flavors from Dragon Aid, which is dragon fruit, kiwi, or not kiwi, pink strawberry lemonade. We've got Energy Dub or Slime, which has apple, and secret sauce. And then my personal favorite was the watermelon one. But these drinks are amazing. I have personally tried the watermelon, and right now I'm drinking the Dragonade, which is dragon fruit and pink strawberry lemonade, which is also delicious, dude. This actually is, like I said, we won't throw things out there to you guys without trying them first. And I have personally tried both of them, the watermelon and the Dragonade, and it actually does what it says. It gives you a boost of energy without the crash and no jitters. So thank you.
What's our
Well,
what's the code in case anybody wants to try it out
So
themselves?
if you want to try and buy yourself a fancy shaker bottle with 4 samples, just go to the website w.gg, and at checkout we have our very own code to give you 10% off whatever you purchase. That's and the bleh, I can't do and our promo code is BallBoyz. That's BallBoyz with a Z at the end.
BALBOYZ.
BALLBOYZ
and,
for 10% off your entire purchase.
and
Nice.
just to a recap, it's 3 a.m. Our producer goes to sleep at 9:30.
Yep.
He hasn't crashed.
He hasn't crashed.
Nope.
He has no jitters.
Nope.
He is. It's a natural supplement, and I have tasted personally. It doesn't taste like the other energy drinks. It tastes
Competitors,
it tastes
yeah.
chemically, heavily chemically.
And even though Big Man is Big Man, he is picky with his food. So
No.
for him to like it, and it's good.
It's a good product.
It's a good product. They are very delicious. None of the heavy stuff that things like other energy drinks you buy at the gas station.
Like I said, it's not chemically. Like you don't actually just open the can and you'll taste just chemical. It's all natural. You'll taste the lemonade, you'll taste the strawberry, or the kiwi, or whatever they're actually sponsoring. There is actually you can taste the fruit of whatever they're actually sponsoring.
Yeah, the suggested use is to be used as a dietary supplement. So we are warning you to only take one
Just one a
packet.
day. Yes.
Yeah, new users may assess the tolerance with half a packet of one of these, but do not exceed more than one a day because these are intended for people that are 18 years of older. Keep out of the reach of children.
Okay.
Yes.
Like a certain somebody that got kind of in legal trouble for stuff like that. But anyways, yeah.
We won't name.
So, like I said, the website again is w.gg, and the promo code is BallBoyz for 10% off your purchase.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
now, what are we gonna talk about first, Alex?
So, guys, my favorite time of year has rolled around. Football season is finally upon us. Your Dallas Cowboys, David, don't say shit right now, have finally made it to Oxnard. So training camp has started, and we have a lot of news going on with them.
like Dak Prescott throwing in an interception.
Bro. All I gotta say is practice, bro. And especially if you saw that clip,
Yeah.
it was the receiver's fault,
Yeah.
not Dak's.
Exactly, 100%.
Thank you.
You gotta
Thank
admit,
you.
it was the receiver's fault, David.
No.
Of course, you love seeing Dak get picked, but was it the receiver's fault or not?
Yes.
Don't receivers have like those gloves that help them grip a little bit better?
No, sir.
But I mean, you're from our experience, you're talking about a high school football, maybe a little bit.
The
bigger.
difference between high school and professional is like this. So
Exactly.
So
So
that
the
their
gloves and everything should be more advanced and more better.
the football is way.
What's your explanation for him dropping it? Or not catching it?
Dak Prescott. Being Dak Prescott.
No.
Anyways.
Let y'all finish.
No.
Let y'all
Let's
finish.
put it as an example. If David was a receiver,
I would have caught that.
He has Troy Aikman.
Sure.
Best
If
catalyst.
David was a receiver and Troy Aikman was throwing the ball towards him, fucking Troy Polamalu coming across him and laying his ass out.
After David catches the ball, though,
I don't know
with
about
his
that.
eyes closed.
I don't
That's
know.
how good Troy Aikman is. I mean, I wasn't old enough to see him, but when I saw him, Troy Aikman has a good accuracy. And if y'all seen that movie, what is it called, The Sandlot? When he tells them, just put your glove out there. Just put your glove out there. This is exactly what's gonna happen with Troy Aikman. He's gonna throw it out there. I mean, he's probably gonna be a tight end, a slow tight end. But the whole point is that he's gonna catch the ball, and then you're gonna see Troy. What was his name? Palomalo. Truck him. He's gonna truck David.
I think it's ending
Yeah.
injury.
That's it.
Yeah.
On off season.
But yeah,
Back to the matter at hand is yes, the Cowboys are finally at training camp. So is every other NFL team. A couple news with them. Zach Martin, he's not at camp right now.
he's holding out.
He's holding out, but he's gonna be there. He's gonna be your starting right guard because he's the best right guard in the league.
What is it? 50,000 every time he doesn't show up.
I think so, but I mean, I think it's up to the teams. The
I'm
team,
pretty sure Jones will let it
yeah,
slide.
Jerry's gonna let it slide.
Like you said, they are gonna pay him because, like you said, he's the best right guard
in the league. He even said he texted Tyler Smith in an interview today. Said that Zach Martin said like, "Hey, y'all gonna set the tone. I'll be there soon." So that means something's gonna get done. More contract news with that is that Trayvon Diggs, we got him locked in for the next 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Great contract. It's not it's not a market setting contract. He's making about maybe a little bit less than $20 million a year, which is really good for 5 years. He could be upwards to $104 million, but it's a really good contract. He's tied for fifth right now. What's up, David?
Before David talks, do you think that Zach Martin is doing the same thing that Amos Smith did back in the 90s? That he was not gonna get paid what he thought he was gonna get paid.
Well,
So he's holding out just like Dak hold out about 3 to 4 years ago, so he can get the right amount.
Well, the thing is though with Zach is that he's done so many team friendly deals for us that he deserves the money.
Oh, of course,
he deserves it. So him being, if people want to say he's being a little bit selfish or whatever, I'm perfectly fine with it because this guy has been the best right guard in the league since he's gotten here.
Yep.
And then he's had so many different teammates. He came in when he finally hit that peak. It was with Travis and Tyron, and then Travis no longer plays. Tyron has had his health issues, and guess what? Zach Martin is still right there.
Yeah.
He could probably be. I'd put him up there with Larry Allen as far as like best guards in Cowboys history.
Yeah, that is true.
And Big Larry don't play, so that's a huge thing to go on.
Well, we gotta get the
perspective of big men right here. Let's go.
The devil's advocate and
get it out of the way.
I'm quote Jerry Jones, what he said a couple years ago. He overpaid for him.
For Diggs? He's overpaying for Diggs?
How? He's tied for the fifth highest contract.
He's overpaying for him.
How? Explain to me how.
He's overpaying for him.
Explain to me.
Exactly.
He's gonna get this money and he's gonna do so bad this year that you're gonna be like,
what's your reasoning?
So what you're saying
history.
No, hold on. Let me
what history?
The history of paying some of these football players, like the Cowboys, especially the Cowboys, paying them all this money and then they just start going downhill.
Okay.
But that's the thing. We're extending him at a point where he's not even at the peak yet.
Yeah. No, not even.
It would be different if he was at the peak, maybe. Plateauing. That contract, if he was plateauing, maybe. But he's still on his way up. Yeah.
He's still making his money. He's still making plays.
We'll see.
What I'm thinking is he's trying to compare him with Ezekiel Elliott, though. Yeah, if you really think about it.
Are you, David? Are you trying to compare him to Zeke?
I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, fucking Terrell Owens, fucking Tony Romo.
No, just Ezekiel. Just focus on Ezekiel.
Okay, Ezekiel, yeah.
Because we all know.
That's two different things, though. You can't compare a running back and a cornerback. It's impossible.
But I can compare it to Cowboys.
No.
Yeah.
Not like that.
No,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a button just so I can cut him off.
Well, how about this? Let's keep it as is, and let's see by week 6.
Week
and let's
6.
see how Diggs does.
In my opinion, he earned the contract a year ago.
When he had the record breaking almost with
isn't he the one that has
12 interceptions?
Isn't he the one that has the most interception, but also the most yards against him?
Yeah.
But when he said in the interview, how are you gonna compare? What was it like? What was that stat that he was that he said in every interview that doesn't even make sense? Like,
Shit.
that
Something in the PFF. PFF's fucking horrible. I
it
forget what
wasn't
they put
horrible.
us.
Oh, Pro Football Focus.
No, but
Yes.
the stat was like something like
Let me look it up.
it was something stupid
They
like
compared him and Darius Slade.
yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.
You can't compare the yards he gives.
Oh, I think it was something like stupid, like yards that he could have given up or something.
Yeah,
Like
it
he
was like
did, but he
something like
never
that.
did. Something stupid like that.
That's like you tell a soccer player assist that could have happened. Like what? How does that fucking make sense?
Let me see, because I know he even like chimed in on that. It was something
Yeah.
really stupid comparing him to Darius Slade, which Darius Slade, in my opinion, he's past his prime as well. That guy, damn.
Fuck you, motherfucker. In English, in
That's
Spanish.
his thing,
But
but
anyways,
Fuck.
so who do you think is the best at Diggs' position right now in the league?
I don't know.
So how in the hell are you gonna talk about Diggs and then he got overpaid when my man over here?
I just love stirring the pot.
Hold on. Let me talk. When he's saying that he's
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
that he's the fifth or fourth highest paid in his position,
we found the stat.
when you can't even compare it to the highest one in the league.
I don't know. I just like stirring the pot.
No, sir. You just
I just like riling you guys up.
Or
go
PFF.
for it.
Their stupid stat is open targets allowed, and which the guys that actually play the fucking game, like, what the fuck does this mean? It doesn't make sense. Like, and then people in there trying to, it's a made up stat that doesn't exist. People in there trying to defend it. Like, how do you calculate that? Like, how do you, so like, what are open targets allowed? Like, what if it's not his man? If he's playing zone and obviously he lets the guy go because safety has him, then is that an open target allowed? If that doesn't make sense. So
What if it's just a switch up?
yeah, because
How does he know that?
Well, I mean, no, he's gonna know that, like, hey, if I got this man, if he's coming across, he's getting switched off to him, and he's covering this area, or he's picking up the guy behind him, or whatever.
Yeah, but at the end of the play, everybody's gonna say, "Well, he was supposed to guard this one, or he's supposed to guard that one."
That's
He
why it's a
doesn't
horrible
know.
stat, Bubba. That's why it's a horrible stat.
Yeah.
PFF
Exactly.
is fucking dog shit.
It's just a made up. It's a fairy tale, bro. It's a fairy tale. I'll tell you that.
So, anyways, back to Trayvon, great contract. I'm glad he's staying. 5 more years of him and Stephon, Deron Bland coming up. Eric Scott probably gonna be a nasty secondary for a long time.
So,
Question: would you buy his shirt though? Diggs?
Yeah, that's one of my next ones. I have a list I need to get. I need to get Micah's. I need to get CDs, Trayvon's. I already just got my first Dak one, like during the draft.
I need to get that one.
My first one.
I got
So
mine.
I have a list I need to get. It's just they're fucking expensive. Goddamn. So, but we're gonna make it happen. As far as anything else, Cowboys
sticking
wise,
to
Another one?
contracts. But yeah, like Cowboys, hopefully they do work out Zach's Martins, which they are. They have to. But sticking to contracts, Saquon gambled on himself and did the 1 year. Could be up to what? 11?
Yeah.
Which of course there's like more to the contract where he could win more than the franchise tag, but we'll see how that works out.
It's the crazy thing is, like, with that contract and all that stuff, is that, like, Saquon is a really good player, but like, the position for running backs is not what it used to be. Like, you can find 6 or 7 of them in the draft, and they're all just going to be maybe not as good, but serviceable enough to, if you have a good enough O line. Like, I saw something funny today where it said, Cole Kmet is getting like 4 years, $30 million, or maybe $40 million, and then they're saying, like, so Cole Kmet can get this, but Saquon Barkley has to fight for $11 million.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. So it's just a position overall. Like, nobody wants to pay a running back no more, because guess what? Next draft is gonna be another Tony Pollard, another Kenneth Walker, another Brian Robinson Jr. They're gonna another fucking David Singletary, Naheem Hines. They're gonna be another one of those. Which there always is. Look at Bijan. Bijan's gonna be the next one, and then next year's gonna be another. Like, oh, the next guy over and whatnot.
Unfortunately, it sucks for them because of the, I guess, era they came in.
Yeah.
But and you know the other shitty contracts that happened. But I mean, the games.
So
Yeah.
so the Cowboys they're in training camp right now. They're starting off. It started Tuesday, I believe. So camp is going good. Some of these rookies are looking really good. Mozzie Smith is looking really good.
Yeah.
Eric Scott's looking good. These guys, look promising. So hopefully, we're gonna have a good draft class with these guys. The team looks good. The only piece we're missing right now is Zach, and he's gonna get there eventually.
He's gonna get his money.
He's gonna get his money. And we're gonna be all happy and everything looking good.
What do you think about Dak's throwing accuracy when he was actually going to the side and just throwing it to that little net?
Okay, so disclaimer for everybody.
Disclaimer, but I'm just saying,
No, but yeah, disclaimer before I answer. I said this on the past podcast. I am a fucking Dak is my QB. That's my quarterback. So I analyze that shit.
Chill out, Terrell Owens. That's my quarterback.
No. I know you're gonna say that.
But
let him talk.
Dak has always been an accurate player. He's always been an accurate player. Pull up the stats. People are like, oh, he threw an interception. He led the league. Yeah, Josh Allen did the year before. Patrick Mahomes led the league in interception before too. So two of the top guys. So yeah, he's one of the best QBs that's played since he's been here.
Basically,
8 years strong.
Disclaimer: the opinion is gonna come with a biased side.
So as far as accuracy, yes, he is. If you look at him on the run, one of the most accurate quarterbacks.
Yep.
I've never seen a quarterback run, throwing opposite way, throwing hips and throwing opposite way, and perfect dots. And then running up the sideline and still throwing perfect dots. He doesn't have the power of a Josh Allen or anything or Patrick Mahomes, but he has enough to still like, hey, go 40 yards. I'm gonna get it to you, and he does.
That is true.
Plus, he has some amazing receivers, CD, Michael Gallup, that can make some crazy catches, so that's even better.
Yeah, that is true.
I've seen somebody throw crazier. Ben DiNucci.
The battery.
Oh shit. Luckily, I brought the other battery. It's in there. Hold on 1 second.
Anyways, like I was saying, yeah. Thank God for beer because I would not be fucking talking English right now. Paul pinche mixtado, la verga.
Oh, it's these box. Anything else, Cowboys? Message?
Oh, that's pretty much
All right.
it, man.
I mean,
We can do this real quick. I'll just edit this out.
I mean, it's just them going over right there.
No, it's not Cowboys related,
What's up?
but it's Tyreek Hill. He was on that incident boat thing that he supposed to meet throw hands and whatnot.
the one that he got cleared for,
He got cleared for it,
right?
I think so.
off of it now.
He was at the boat fucking
Yeah.
dock and whatnot. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty much it.
Didn't he just resign too? Tyreek Hill? Didn't he just resign a new contract?
I don't think so.
Who was it? It's
Honestamente,
somebody from the Dolphins.
Have he signed a contract? I don't know.
hon-
No, he didn't resign because he had a good new contract when he went there. This is his second year now.
Oh no, the Dolphins is the
what do we got to do?
Ramsey's gonna miss 6.
At least we know
Ramsey's
the batters are charged with.
Okay, so Ramsey got hurt. Burrow's hurt.
Burrow got hurt. Naheem Hines is out for the season.
Somebody went to surgery too as well.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. He's getting surgery tomorrow.
No, dude, have you seen that clip with the new running back they had? He's like 5'5" or 5'6" way.
Vaughn,
Deuce Vaughn? For the
Dude, yeah,
Cowboys?
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah.
Oh my
Deuce
god,
Vaughn.
no manches, way.
Yeah, he's
These
good.
fucking assholes are calling him Baby Gronk.
Baby Grant, is he way?
All the troll accounts are calling him Baby Gronk.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway, if he can help us with the run game or something like
I
that
think he
way,
will.
Yeah, no, he is.
dude.
He's gonna be what Darren Sproles was for the Eagles.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's a perfect.
¿Cómo se llama el vato de los 49ers, way? He's a running back, way.
McCaffrey?
The new one, yeah.
McCaffrey?
I like McCaffrey, way. I love my Cowboys, way, but McCaffrey, way, ese way es chingón, way.
That's chingón, but he's always hurt.
Chingón, way.
He's always hurt though.
Yeah, injury prone, way, for sure, way. Pero es chingón, ese way es pinche athlete, way, for sure.
I mean, he's like the second best running back coming out of Stanford. The real nigga that came out of Stanford was Toby Gerhardt.
Is it recording?
No, but
Yeah, it's
3 bars. Y
three
también
bars.
¿cómo se llama? El de New York, güey.
Saquon?
Jaquan, ese güey, si se hubiera ido a los Cowboys, güey, or somebody that can manage him really good, güey, you would have been a badass fucking running back, güey.
I mean, he's still good. It's just he went. The thing is,
His offense, güey,
is it recording?
yeah, it's recording now.
His offense sucks. His offense
Rogers
sucks.
extended, restructured, fucking took a pay cut.
Pero honestamente, güey, I have studied it, güey, and I really don't know names and stuff like that, güey. But
You just asked me
his offense,
I know all the names.
his offense, güey, really sucks.
For who?
For fucking Shaquan, güey.
No, yeah, no. The O line O-line's not good.
Sucks,
Quarterback sucks.
He
The
sucks,
receiver core
güey.
sucks.
And he's still making it.
Real quick, sorry about that, folks. Camera turned off.
Dude, I mean,
we're back.
I'm not gay.
And we're back. Yep.
Okay, we're back. So,
All right.
Sorry, the camera ran out of battery. So continue.
Cowboys wise, I think that's pretty much it,
Yeah,
right?
Cowboys wise, yeah, that we pretty much hit the main topic so far. First week of training camp, so hopefully, we're gonna get some more stuff going on.
But
Football
injury wise, we got Burrow getting hurt.
Burrow has a strained calf,
So hopefully it's not.
so he should be good by the beginning of the season. But it's always a strained calf. We know it personally with
with Dak,
With
that
Dak,
New England game,
a strained calf can mess you up for a little bit.
about 7 weeks.
So
Hopefully
we'll
he's
see.
good. I like Burrow playing.
No, Burrow's good.
Hey, do you think his backup quarterback can take over?
I don't know who the backup quarterback is.
And I guess nothing.
So
We'll see with the second one.
We'll see.
Okay.
yeah.
Now they're gonna focus on him, so that's a lot of pressure for him now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if he crumbles, or let's see if he does good.
So Burrow got hurt, and then Jalen Ramsey, he injured. I don't know exactly. He didn't say exactly what it was. His meniscus, and he's having surgery Friday. So he's having surgery Friday morning. So when this podcast comes out, he should be having surgery right now, and hopefully speedy recovery.
Yeah.
They said about maybe 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So he's missing 6 to 8 weeks from now. So he'll miss might miss a little bit of football.
Yeah.
Might
About 2
not.
weeks, probably.
Maybe 2 weeks,
Mhm.
but we'll see. Hopefully, make a speedy recovery. Naheem Hines, he's out for the season with a knee injury.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So that would who does I forget who Buffalo has? Oh, they have Dalvin's brother. I forget his name, but they have Dalvin Cook's brother. Yeah, Dalvin Cook, his little brother plays for Buffalo. I forget what other running back they have. They have another running back. I can't think of the top of my head, but they should be fine. It's fucking Buffalo. Maybe we'll see. Josh Allen. Yeah.
Any other injuries?
As far as that, no.
Well, kind of on the same topic of injuries. Hamlin's back. So.
Oh yeah, DeMar Hamlin, he's back. He's been cleared, so we'll see if he can play this. If he will play, because just because you're clear doesn't mean you're gonna want to play.
Just see if talent wise, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be doing good, but let's see. He might. Hopefully, he has no trauma. That he probably won't want to.
This might be kind of insensitive or anything, but
Which guy?
but was DeMar even a starter?
Yeah,
He was a starter.
I think so.
Because they got Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Those are the starters.
When
he's
was
probably
he playing strong safety?
He's safety. I don't know exactly what position, but maybe one of those guys was hurt and that he was playing. But
Oh wait, no, you know what? I think somebody was hurt. You're right.
so that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be insensitive. So but I feel like it might take a little bit of pressure off him that he's not a starter. Because hey, he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, or he's maybe not mentally there. Like, hey, I'm not starting week 1.
If anything, like you said, if he's not starting, no pressure. Or if anything, if he wants that chip on his shoulder, he could probably become something that even bigger than what he.
100%.
So, but yeah, Hamlin's back. What else? We got a lot of extensions.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he restructured, so he took like a pay cut.
35 mil.
35 million. But I
Yeah.
mean, that ain't shit for him, bro.
Nah, that's
At this point, Rogers doesn't care about money.
So he's gonna be completely fine on that.
Who else extended?
Do you think that pay cut so they can actually get better receivers and better players?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Dude, imagine if they actually go to a playoff like the Jets way.
I don't think they will.
Who? Yeah, who's on the market?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty
Right.
much. Well, I mean, as far as as a good receiver,
the big receiver name that was out there was Hopkins, but he's going the top one.
Hopkins, Odell, Cooks.
Yeah, they got their teams now.
Yeah, they're with their team. So
Odell?
nah, he's probably,
honestly, Rodgers can do it with a mid wide receiver team. Maybe he's gonna work on his O line.
Yeah, for sure. He has to because
that's the thing.
because he's a veteran already.
There's nobody on the market. The thing is, so like when you hear about like people like offensive linemen,
he's gonna take one hit. Like the first year, he knows he's gonna do bad.
Do you think that he's gonna take over the offense instead of the coach taking over the offense? So he can actually perfect the good offense.
From Rodgers' history, it's 50 him, 50 coach.
Because it's pretty much boiling down to like if it was like Brady.
Sorry to interrupt. It's just every time that you guys are talking, I receive a little bit of echo. So I'm compensating by muting microphones. So whenever they talk, I mute your microphone, and then when you talk, I mute their microphone. But every time I mute their microphone, I can only hear your voice and your voice only. There's no background noise. There is nothing, just your voice.
Oh, so it's like they're good, basically.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just like I said, since
So you just got surprised by how good the mic is.
yours specifically. No. But yeah, no, like I'm playing like fucking basically musical chairs here, trying to mute, so they can hear you clear, they can hear you guys clear, and it's a little hard to keep up. But every time I mute you guys and I hear him only, I can just hear his straight up voice, like just super crystal clear, and it surprised me.
We're golden by the fucking mics, way. We're golden.
So video quality's gotten better. The audio quality will be up to par by next week.
Probably for like 200 subscribers, we'll do a BallBoyz ASMR podcast.
Yeah, dude, because I could just hear your like straight voice. There's no background. I didn't hear no buzzing from like the lights or anything.
Nice.
Just your straight up voice. You guys, I can hear all the background noise with that microphone.
Yeah,
we're not sponsored, but
you can edit this out. But next week I might get. If my check is good enough, I saw these basically like these light things like for photographers.
Yeah.
And we'll probably put them around here.
Well, tomorrow I get paid, so tomorrow I get paid, and I'm gonna look into microphones, kind of like those, pero like why?
Well, microphones we're fine. Right now the lighting is like sometimes.
Well, get like a ring light or something to kind of.
That's what they are. It's like the photographer.
Oh, okay.
So they'll be
that way you can keep the fan.
Basically, we'll be and then the fan won't have a shadow.
Yeah. So
there's gonna be so much light.
All right, so just kind of give me a little hand signal like this whenever you're about to talk, so I can mute.
Gotcha.
So, all right, next subject.
Well, if anything, I mean, we might be cutting ourselves off here and there, so you're gonna have to work on it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm gonna have all day tomorrow, so it might be a little bit later to where this podcast comes out, because I mean, I'm gonna have to edit, and since we're doing a new format, it's gonna take me a little while to do it. So.
As long as it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
What time.
I'll whenever it starts rendering or whenever I have it uploaded to my computer, I'll have it set up to a certain times where it'll upload and I'll text you guys in the group chat. But
well, if anything, if it's too late, like what would be too late? Like past.
Or if not, we can do another announcement to where I can postpone it to Saturday.
7, then just do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
That way, it gives them time to actually go to it.
Yeah, plus it'll probably pick up the Saturday people on, because everybody wakes up Saturday, gets on YouTube and check shit, right? So.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, so
we're gonna pick up at.
So you got from injuries to.
Oh, we were talking Rogers.
Rogers. So, yeah. Um, I don't know. So, that's the thing though. Like that 35 million you're saving. What are you gonna get? There ain't much you can get really.
I'm thinking is maybe he'll take the hit this year. No, he'll be shit. Just work on chemistry and maybe somebody opens up. Is anybody gonna open up next year?
I don't know. I haven't looked at this stuff yet. I haven't looked at, but I mean, there's gonna be like one or two really good players that are gonna be available for next year. I just don't know exactly who. There's always one or
Maybe
two.
that's why he restructured it so they can know by next year. Maybe he's just doing the quote. I guess what would it be close to like kind of tanking or something?
I mean, if they tank, they'll get a good pick. Well, no, they traded it to. Did they trade it to Green Bay? I don't remember. I didn't really care for it because I mean, I think Rogers past his prime. He's not the. I mean, a couple years ago he was MVP, but this past year he was dog shit.
At the end of the day, I like Rogers as a person, but Jets. I mean, fuck the Jets. So
Actually, if we actually diagnose the whole structure of the Green Bay when he was actually in the last two past years, his O line sucked. Like they knew exactly what he was about, and then they didn't really care. They were just there for a paycheck. Honestly, if
well,
you really, 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 I mean, if you really see exactly what was going on, he was actually just passing it to the Cobb, and then this
who
other one.
was on the Green Bay O line?
Bakhtiari was it because he was always hurt. I think Elton Jenkins. Fuck. There was a bunch of rookies. I think Runyon. There was a bunch of rookies. Maybe Corey Lindsley. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, you're right. The O line wasn't good, but I mean, shoot. I mean, just they didn't have a receiving core. Yeah, the team didn't care, but Rogers the year before had almost the exact same team and won MVP.
Yeah,
So what happened for him going to his MVP season with almost the exact same team? If not, he had more. He had another receiver. Who did he lose last year? He
The
lost
one that was
Scantling
yeah.
to one like Marcus Valdez Scantling. He lost him to Kansas City. That's all he really lost. He had Adam Lazard. He had his tight ends. He had the guys he wanted brought in. He had Aaron Jones.
The one that went to Raiders.
Oh, Devontae. He had Devontae.
Yeah.
Last year he lost him. So yeah, but I mean Devontae didn't have a good year with Derek Carr. So it was kind of meh.
yeah. I guess it was a little bit. But if you really think about it, majority of the time he was more going to run the Cobb because they go back from like what 10 years ago,
Yeah.
8 years ago. So he felt comfortable with him, and then majority of his passes were to run the Cobb. Now, if you say that he came up with let's just say like a freshman O line, yeah, I mean
Let me see. Let me look up the online.
Randall Cobb is all the time. Um, Other than that, I mean he
Well,
has
maybe
nobody to trust with.
maybe what changed his perspective was all the like that spiritual trips and whatnot. Maybe he noticed or it opened his eyes to like honestly this none of this is important.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it was more like a Black Mirror type of stuff. I don't know if you saw that episode that that's the CEO actually went to Arizona one on, and then he was locked out for like 24 days with no cell phone service, no food, no water, no nothing. He was just by himself, and he was just in the dark room. I, I mean, for me, he needs therapy because basically he's avoiding therapy to to his own little room and lock himself with a dark room because basically he can be there 24/7 and whatnot talking to himself and hey you need to pass this ball or you need to control your family yada 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 to himself, but there is nobody to tell him his failures. Like
But
you're failing on this, you're failing on that. He doesn't like critique because he already has it from the media.
he don't even listen to the critique. He don't give a fuck.
No, no,
He's just a guy who doesn't give a fuck.
exactly.
And
So my whole point of what I'm trying to say is like he doesn't give a fuck, and he's gonna do whatever he wants to do.
mm-hmm.
So it to me that lockdown or whatever it's more of a show.
Mm.
It's just a show, just to be like, okay, I was in a dark room, thinking about myself, drinking water and eating bread. That's it. Because I need to humble myself. Like no, bro. Like no. Sometimes therapy does work for you, and see what's going wrong with you, and whatnot. I mean, you gotta hear it from somebody else, not just yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean,
But yeah, I mean that's Aaron Rodgers. He's a fucking complicated motherfucker. He don't.
well, I guess when I'm winning 40 million a year, I can do the black room thing, and I can tell you exactly what's going
There
on.
you go. Exactly.
When we make it, we'll take countries to the what was it called?
I'll be the guinea
Uh,
pig. So the black, I call it the black room
What
because
was it like?
It's
Yeah,
a dark room retreat.
dark room retreat. There we go.
or whatever.
Well, anyways,
I'll do.
till then, uh, Bears tight end Cole commit 4 year, 50 million extension. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a reach. It's not. He hasn't done anything really. He's not.
I mean, it's the Bears. So.
Yeah, I mean they don't really have much going on over there. I mean they got DJ Moore now, Justin Fields, running backs. I don't even know who they have running back wise anymore. I think Montgomery went to. I think he went to Buffalo. So I mean, Komet's decent. He's not like a. He's not the top one of the top guys, but he's decent. He's serviceable. So he'll be all right.
Nothing. Well, I mean, I guess it does with the Bears. What do you think of Fields rejecting the little quarterback documentary thing? Do you think he should have done it or nah?
Nah,
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
nah, because I don't. I mean, what his story isn't that impactful.
It's
I
too
feel
early,
like-
right?
Yeah, but I feel like it's more that like if you're gonna be on that, you should be have a big story. His biggest thing has been that like, oh, people back or whatever and shit like that. Like no, like what I was surprised about that I learned today. Dak rejected the first season and the upcoming he rejected them.
My,
So so I wanted him to be on it.
I think he knows big things are gonna happen this season. So,
That's
for the third or fourth season,
I want him to be on it, but if he that's his mindset, like, hey, I'm gonna focus on this. Like, hey, bro, do what you gotta do, bro. Fuck that show. We'll do that show never after you win your Super Bowl.
I mean, Cowboys are already technically a 24/7 documentary anyway. So
Well, I was reading somewhere that the reason he rejected it was because he said that the Cowboys already get too much publicity. They already got too many cameras on them. They already got too many, people from the radio. Just everybody talking about them. There's too much spotlight on them.
It's America's team.
America's team, right, David?
I think Patriots has a better.
Excuse me.
I think they have a better chance of calling themselves America's team because they're technically Patriots. So
I feel like that I feel like you're stretching for that one.
could be.
People hated Belichick and Brady while they were together because they all they did was win and it was boring. They hated them. But the thing, I mean, people love to hate the Cowboys too, so that's whatever.
Well, that's one thing I noticed. There's different types of hate. There's hate for the Cowboys, and then there's hate for the Patriots, and they're they hated the Patriots because they won so much. Cowboys because they lose so much, and it's just funny. Or
I don't know.
well, actually, it's more of they hate the Cowboys because of the fans overhyped them each year, and they just always, kind of nosedive in the first round.
Look,
I don't know about that one either.
look,
What do you think it is then?
Cowboys. I hate it because we got the name of America's team
When they were
since
popping off.
when they're popping off, which it was the '90s. Or the '90s is for us, for sure, for sure. and then the Patriots took over early 2000s for sure. But the record is said that Cowboys are always are going to be America's team, no matter what. You go to another country, hey, have you heard of the Cowboys? Yeah, boom, there you go. You never hear about Patriots or anybody else. Maybe the Giants.
Like the only person you hear from the Patriots is Tom Brady, and he doesn't even play for them no more.
Exactly. And they don't know. They just go based off of what they know. But we're always America's team. We're always going to be on the spotlight for 24/7 for whatever it is. It can be literally Dak was drinking outside the bar, or Ezekiel, former running back for the Cowboys, did some stupid stuff.
And then at the
Anything.
and then we can go into further details and kind of pick and choose that during Brady's and Patriots era, technically the AFC was like a easier conference than the NFC.
Yep. That is true.
Because who did the Patriots have to face? What, the Steelers?
The Bengals.
No, not even the Bengals.
It was just the Steelers and Patriots, like at the beginning of Brady's career.
Steelers, Ravens, when Flacco and Lewis were there. That's about it, really.
Almost everybody was popping at the NFC during those times. And then, of course, we can argue that no, they weren't. Blah, 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 this. But Cowboys are America's team, David. Get over it. Anyways, sticking on into
Patriots are.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. They were facing the Buccaneers, bro. The Buccaneers.
Who?
The Buccaneers and the Patriots are in the same division.
No, they're not.
No, they're not?
No.
Oh,
Buccaneers are NFC.
Well, I do apologize for that. Fucking Google. You know what?
That's why you should drink W.
AFC. Hold on, give me 1 second.
I think you need a little bit of focus. Maybe you need a little
Is it AFC
W in your
East?
system.
The Patriots are AFC
Okay,
East.
well, back in the day, they were facing the Buffalo Bills,
AFC East.
the Buffalo Bills,
are NFC South.
Dolphins, and Jets.
Yeah.
No, come on, bro. 10 years ago, those teams were trash. Not even a Super Bowl mentioning of that. Oh, the Bills are going to take it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills are not going to take it all the way. The Dolphins are not going to take it all the way. Come on.
But I mean, at least in the '90s, the Bills went to the NFC division.
Dude, the Bills are the what are they went to the Super Bowl 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
They're undefeated. Oh no, defeated on
They're
all
winless.
Super Bowls.
They're winless.
Both with the Cowboys, back to back.
Yeah. Well,
So
hopefully the temperature out here peaks in the '90s, just like the Cowboys, because it's too damn hot out here.
the Cowboys are always going to be America's team. Like
next time you say that joke, we're gonna have to throw you in the pool.
I want to, one thing that people always talk about, the Cowboys, like, oh, y'all's rings were so long ago. Like, all right, the motherfuckers, then why y'all team ain't catch up yet?
Catch up.
There's only a couple of teams in this league that have 5 or more. Cowboys, Niners, Steelers, Patriots. That's it. And Tom Brady.
Tom Brady has more than
Brady has
more. One player has more than the Cowboys.
Yeah, but it has more than the whole fucking
NFL.
Not just the Cowboys.
He has more than the NFL. Yeah.
Every single player that's ever played or ever gonna play, he has more. As of right now, until Mahomes gets his dynasty going and shit. But
Mahomes will get there.
Mahomes already at 2.
There you go.
He's already at 2. He needs
We're
5.
talking about
more.
quarterbacks and extensions. We also had Herbert's
Extension.
5-year, $265 million, something like that.
That is definitely overpaid. Oh my god, he hasn't done jack shit. He has not done anything. He got to the playoffs and he disappeared. They blew a 37-0 or whatever, a huge lead. They blew it. And they lost. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, Herbert is a good quarterback. I just don't see the hype on it, like, whatsoever.
That was a good contract, David.
Go, David.
It's not a good contract. It's not a good contract.
We shall see.
It's not a good contract yet.
We shall
No, it's
see.
not.
We shall see.
Yeah, other than I mean, anything else training camp wise,
No.
extension wise, injuries. That's pretty much
Pretty much
it for
covers
NFL, right?
the bigger topics. Probably little small things here and there, but NFL wise, yeah.
So going from football to another football, what do you guys think about Messi's second game with Inter Miami?
What brace in what under 30 minutes?
Hmm?
Well, I mean, this is what we expected from Messi, especially going against
The American Farmers League.
American Farmers League.
basically.
Damn, bro.
So
That was a weird.
so on Twitter, I posted that the MLS is greater than the Saudi Arabia League.
Ooh.
Yes. As
But we talked about this on the other podcast, right? Like talent wise, no.
of course,
Viewer wise, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like because of Messi being in the MLS, he has elevated them, and with him playing in the Leagues Cup, by part he's also boosting Liga MX. So because of that, because of him being on there, both the Liga MX and MLS are growing. Because for the past couple of years, have you noticed how not that many people have been watching Liga MX or MLS or anything like that?
When
Well, it wasn't that they
people
sucked. It
that
just it got
don't
kind of
that don't like football / soccer,
yeah. So I mean, when you were younger, you used to every Saturday, Sunday, you would watch every soccer game, right? From like what was it, like 6 o'clock all the way to like 11:30, right?
but that's different because younger, no responsibilities, no
Yeah,
work.
but I mean, you still
I
make
was
time for your team
I was
later.
aspiring to be a professional soccer player. Of course, I was watching every fucking league.
Yeah. Chunchies, what about you? Would you watch like soccer games growing up, and even as becoming a teenager and an adult, you would still watch majority of it?
To be honest, no. It was just one team.
It was
Liga MX,
it was Tigres.
and it was Tigres.
Yeah,
That's it.
but yeah, you would make sure to at least watch their games on the weekends, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yep.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
I would try to do everything to watch Chivas, and then if there was another game on, I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, let me watch, I don't know, Pachuca versus Atlas afterwards, or before Chivas.
Well, honestly, to say it's not the same when you're watching your own team. It's more of a, well, I'm just watching this game because I'm bored.
Well, it's more like you're watching it in the background, like you're in the living room, but you're doing stuff on your phone or you're doing other stuff to where the game's in the background when you're not watching your team, right?
Yes.
And then when somebody scores a goal, you're like, oh shit, they scored.
Yeah, they scored actually. Oh, okay. Let's just say if it was Puebla against America.
Yep.
And then you hear goal and you run to the TV and it's actually Puebla scoring on America.
Yeah, you're hoping
You'll be like, oh shit. But but yeah, like I was saying, because of Messi being in the MLS, he's boosting viewership and he's boosting sales for both Liga MX and the MLS.
I don't think about not the MX. It just happened to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it happened because it just happens that Liga MX is playing MLS teams and he's playing against Liga MX teams, so therefore they're getting a bit of a boost for viewership.
Yeah.
not really, because what game was it? Was it who was it? Leon and somebody else, and there was like only like 200 people at the stadium.
Well, I'm saying more of who he faces, like
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that's why you could kind of say that it's not boosting. It's only boosting Inter Miami.
Well, here's how it's structured. The more views a channel or like Apple TV gets for MLS or anything for Leagues Cup, that money goes towards Liga MX teams. Like any revenue that they make off of advertisement after Apple TV.
No.
You don't think so?
No, it's just Inter Miami
because it's the Leagues Cup and Apple TV sponsors the Leagues Cup.
Apple TV is more concerned about the MLS than the actual Liga MX.
The Apple TV is to push MLS more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's part of the revenue does go to Liga MX for playing in the Leagues Cup.
No,
they don't get money. It's like me coming to the show when I had to pay to be here. and then y'all are actually the MLS, and then somehow here.
Leagues Cup, from what I heard, was gonna be a MLS thing,
Mm.
Yeah.
but their viewership was so bad that they put Liga MX in it. Cause then the whole rivalry, which was better,
Yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah. That's how they were gonna figure out. Messi just happened to
Sign for Inter
then
Miami.
sign for Inter Miami, and then Messi joined during the Leagues Cup, which ended up boosting. Like everything worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
But technically, from what I heard, I don't know if it's true or not. Leagues Cup was just gonna be a thing, like a little cup for MLS.
So it'd be like a in-season
Like for
tournament.
us, like
We got
for
the
Liga
Liga and the
MX,
Copa.
the Campeones or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
That was gonna be for but then
So it'll be kind of like a Liga and then the Copa.
yeah.
Okay. So
But now everything worked out perfectly
Dude.
for Messi, Beckham, Inter Miami, MLS.
yeah, especially since they're
Apple
trying to
TV.
get Luis Suarez to join the team. What is it? Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, Leo
Iniesta
Messi,
just signed.
and Luis Suarez.
Well,
Fuck.
yeah, thinking about it too.
Iniesta's on his way too.
Iniesta? Oh yeah, yeah.
Thinking about it too as well. The Liga MX was supposed to go to the Carnival,
Yeah.
the Brazilian and South American bowl one, and I mean the whole championship thing.
Mhm.
But they were like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go to the MLS and do the Leagues Cup, and obviously,
It works out perfectly for them
Yeah.
already because they were they did the MLS versus MX Liga MX All Stars
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
of that. So I mean,
But do you think this is actually helped both leagues, the Leagues Cup,
nah, I think just MLS.
just MLS because of Messi?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see the video of after Messi got subbed out in the first game that everybody started leaving?
Which is what people were saying that eventually it might die down because all of those they're not fans, they're just people that are there for the moment.
Yeah, they're just there to see Messi in his first couple games
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, I'm first," you know.
So after the Leagues Cup, how is maybe MLS will be all right, but
Do you think Messi and Inter Miami go from dead last at least to a top 10 spot to make it to the playoffs?
Top five.
I don't think so.
Five?
Top five.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be this season because they've got a few games. They're
Well-
going to win a certain amount of games this season to.
Next season, top five for sure.
How much is left in the MLS?
I think like until September.
So when almost a month for Messi to change everything up.
Well, they play a game a week, so after this little break before the Leagues Cup, they're gonna go back to MLS.
No, but they're 15 right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they're
like second to last or dead
Second
last,
to
something
last,
like
right?
that.
God damn.
Next season, I'm telling you, they're gonna be on top.
I know, but for
top.
this season, yeah, next season for sure, they might be one or two. Because especially if fucking Suarez ends up joining them next year.
God damn! Imagine that shit.
Because just with Iniesta alone, when Iniesta joins them, that already even more.
Yeah, yeah. Did you hear that?
Back to the basic tiki taka between him.
Bro, did you see how open fucking Sergio Busquets gets in the middle? That somebody said that's exposing the lack of midfield play between the MLS players.
Well, that's just exposing MLS
That's in
overall.
general.
That's just exposing American soccer.
Yeah,
Sucks.
but I mean, overall, you could tell Messi's more happier here. He's enjoying everything. He is loving life. Like you can see, he's happier here in MLS than he was in PSG.
I don't know. I'd be happier living in Paris or Barcelona than I'd be living here in Miami.
Because it feels more like Barcelona. Because PSG was more attentive to Neymar, Mbappe.
Yeah,
You know, and PSG was equal overall throughout their players. Where Barcelona was Messi.
yeah.
So now Inter Miami is Messi. I think that's what he's comfortable with. That's why he looks happy.
Yeah, no, I mean, when he made that fucking first free kick goal, oh, dude, he celebrated like he just won the World Cup. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. He just seems more happier. And there's a video of him walking around in the grocery store. I don't know if we talked about it last time, but him walking to the grocery store and nobody bothered him.
Well, nobody knows.
I don't know who he is, bro.
Who knows? Who knows? If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know Messi, you know Messi.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just one guy that came up to me like, "Oh, Messi, can I take a picture?" He's like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
And then this last game, he consoled DJ Cali's kid. You saw that?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Messi. He's getting his money.
Hell yeah.
Messi, if you want to do an interview with us when you come to FC Dallas, vete. Come
Dude,
on.
I would be so nervous if I got to interview Messi.
No te
I would-
preocupes, hablamos español.
Hablamos
Ya
español.
sé que no te gusta hablar inglés y que no lo quieres aprender. Aquí hablamos español también.
Español como al 100%. Si quieres hablar español argentino, está bien. No, no
Lo que tú quieras.
lo que tú quieras. Aquí hacemos puro boludo. Aquí, ¿qué pasó, bobo? ¿Qué tienes, bobo? Aquí,
Oye,
mira,
una rata.
What the fuck?
What the
Pinche
fuck? There's a rat.
esos son los otros sponsors que nos quieren chingar.
Pinche ratas.
Man, yeah, we'll talk to him in his native Spanish. Oye, Messi, ¿cómo te está yendo aquí en la MLS? Pero me está
No,
viendo.
you know how I will talk in Spanish?
Hmm.
Be like,
All right, let me mute everything to make sure. All right, done.
bueno, estamos aquí en España. Tenemos que encontrar ese banco. Venir con nosotros. Así es español. Así, that's how I was talking Spanish. But his Spanish is more like, sí, boludo, tenemos que controlar todo. Estados Unidos, todo muy mejor. Yara, yara, yara. Just like that. Just like that. Así va a ser Messi. Tú vente para acá. Aquí somos camaradas. Aquí te vamos a atender muy bien. Si es que puedes mirar este video.
Let me know, güey. Yo hablo puro inglés, cabrón.
No,
You're in the United States. We're speaking English here, fucking Messi. Come on.
este vato no va a estar aquí. Este vato no va a estar aquí. Here in America, there is no hay un lenguaje estable.
With me, yeah, motherfucker.
Hoy ese mojado. Oilo,
Nací aquí,
lo.
papá, que tengo papeles.
¿De dónde vienes? ¿De dónde vienes?
Yo nací en Dallas, Texas.
Esa es nació en Dallas, Texas, pero los papás son mexicanos.
Sí, güey, pero-
Son mexicanos. Mira, eso es me la paso por los huevos. It goes on.
God damn, now he's not going to want to interview us with all the bullshit y'all said.
It's fine.
He's probably heard
I
I
me.
want
Yeah.
Cristiano anyway.
The Argentina interviews were way with him than fucking molesting him and shit. Grabbing. You haven't seen that interview where when he was younger, they're grabbing his ass and dick and shit.
No manches.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
He basically got mobbed and
Yeah.
just everything in Argentina. Way every time he goes to Argentina, he can't even go to his house. There's paparazzi in front of his house, like just covering the entire
He's used to
driveway.
it, He's used to it. He can take a little banter.
La señora.
Oh,
I mean, soccer wise, what else?
Women's World Cup. Netherlands tied with USA, which is a big shocker.
What was her streak?
19-0, undefeated.
Yeah.
What about the Philippines against Sweden?
I have not watched MLS.
Dude,
The Women's World
the
Cup.
Philippines score the first goal in record against a big team, and they won that game. That's a big accomplishment right there.
What was the other? What team scored the goal from the corner kick?
Oh, it was I think it was Sweden.
No,
No.
they had a green kid.
Oh, they had a green kid. Oh,
Was it Ireland?
Australia?
yeah, Ireland.
Was it Ireland?
Yeah.
New Zealand?
No, it
I
wasn't
don't
New
know,
Zealand.
but that was like.
Oh, dude, yeah, they scored an Olympico. That was
Gol
a fucking.
Olímpico.
That was a fucking
I haven't
beauty.
seen- yeah.
I always appreciate a good Olympico. And
I mean, yeah,
from
so-
her making it,
The Women's World Cup is popping off.
oh yeah, I mean, like I
Yup.
said, the U.S. women I think needs to win their next game or tie it at least, and for other teams to based on scores, so in order for them to make it, because I think they won their first game now
Yeah.
against
Yeah,
Philippines
yeah.
and against Vietnam, right? So since they tied, it all depends on the bracket, which I haven't really seen either. Apparently, this is the most watched and the most attended. Hold on.
Women's World Cup.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
men.
So yeah. Apparently, this is the most attended and most viewed World Cup because whenever I see clips of the show or clips of some of the games, the stands are fucking full to the brim. Like if it's a men's World Cup.
Well, not to be sexist or whatever, but like they finally got they finally focused on not trying to be like the men's and just focus on them. Like, of course, everything's gonna be smaller, everything, you know, but that's fine. Get a stadium. You can fill up. Don't try to get a fucking big ass stadium.
Come to Dallas and try to
Yeah,
Go ahead and just fill up
Oh no.
SMU, the SMU campus.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Cotton ball.
stay in the category of like. Unfortunately, women's soccer is low right now, but eventually it'll go up and up. So I mean, that's what's helping them out. That they finally stopped trying to be the men's.
Yeah, I mean the few games that I've seen, I mean they're pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that goal that you said, the Olympic goal, I saw it and I'm like, what the fuck? That was an amazing goal. Yeah, the women's pretty scoring pretty good
Well,
goals.
I'm not trying to be fucked up. I'm just watching highlights.
Right. Oh shit, we've already recorded about an hour. Holy shit.
But
So
yeah,
anything
soccer
else?
wise,
Oh, switching topics. I saw that the Texas Rangers demolished the Houston Astros again.
Yes, sir.
What was it like 13-4 something like that?
13-5.
13-5. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then the Astros got their pussies hurt. Fucking
Yeah.
Framber Valdez hit Marcus Simeon on a fucking, what was it, 2-1? No, 1-2, a pitch count, which is, he hit him on purpose. He was getting back at him for Haney hitting his guy on a 2-0 on an accident. So Marcus took that personally. And then, El Bombi came in, hit a grand slam. Marcus hit a little 2-run homer. Started talking a little trash. They got upset. There's this one guy on Twitter. I kind of despise him now. I forget what it is. Something Schwab. He's like a fucking Astros cock gobbler or beat writer, whatever. And he was like, these guys have they don't respect the game. I'm like, bro, you literally posted a video of your guys doing the exact same thing the game before.
and not just that. That's pretty big coming from the Astros. Yeah.
After they cheated, after they
Like, yeah,
cheated to win the World Series.
honestly, Astros can't say nothing
Hello?
at least for another decade
Yeah,
till
no.
something else happens. But
You know,
for right now, y'all are the cheaters.
after
That's
they won that
coming-
World Series, when's the last time they went to the championship? Like 2 years later? No, I'll go see.
2-3 years later,
Yeah.
something like
Either way, like it's pretty it's pretty dumb that your team did what they did and you're gonna talk shit about.
that.
And like you said, the Rangers weren't even doing nothing that extreme. Like, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there. And that's the thing, they weren't even.
Ass whoop, like these
Yeah.
guys just hit a grand slam. Who wouldn't be happy about hitting a grand slam
Exactly.
and going up another four runs on you in the sixth, seventh inning? Come on, man. If they would do the exact same thing, and the Rangers they ain't gonna say shit. But just because it happened to them on their home turf, they thought they were gonna get the sweep. Take control of the AL West, and that wasn't the case. So now suck a dick. Keeping with the Rangers though, I saw something that I on my way over here that Verlander for the Mets is possibly getting traded, and the Rangers might be a front runner. Which kind of, if that happens, then that kind of kills our dreams of Otani. But
Well, I heard of the Angels are just gonna take him off the market and pursue a playoff run.
I mean, yeah, they made I forget his name, Giolito, another really high, really good pitcher. They acquired him, so maybe they can do something. But it's Angels, brother. They've had Trout for so long they couldn't do anything. They had Trout and Otani for a couple years, they couldn't do anything. I don't think there's much they can do to
They should
put
just
this
shop
team.
him.
They should. I mean, he's gone after this year. If they don't shop him, he's gone. They lose him for nothing. So come on. But Verlander on this Verlander with this, as an ace coming in, getting in, while our starting guys coming in, sixth, seventh, take him to eighth and just have Chapman or Will Smith close out the ninth. Man, that'll be a nasty rotation. I wouldn't mind that. We'll see.
Yeah.
Rangers that series though was kind of rough though. We did lose. It was a 2-1, but they didn't sweep us. We swept them. They haven't swept us. We got one more series back here, back at home later in the year, and it'll be the last one. That's the last time we face them. Uh,
Didn't you say you were going to go to Rangers game soon?
Next weekend, yes.
Next weekend. Okay,
Next
cool.
weekend I'm
So
going. It's my first Rangers game. So
wait, when is it, on Friday or Saturday?
it's Sunday, August 6th.
Okay, so Sunday, August 6th. Look out for Alex at the game. He
Yeah,
may or may not have a sign up.
we'll see.
We'll see.
I'll think about it.
Hey, dude, I did it for the Mexico game, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that was a big game. I'm just going to against the Marlins.
So people are gonna go. It's a Sunday. People got nothing to do on Sundays.
We'll see.
We're gonna go to church.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. No promises.
We'll
just fine.
We'll jot it down for the
I'll be
meeting.
wearing a True Brand hat. I'll be wearing a Ranger jersey. I'll be down on third base. Just come find me. We'll chop it up. We'll exchange, Twitters and Instagrams and all that, and y'all can follow our page and get some more of this. Some of the best sports content in the Garland Richardson area. Maybe
There you go.
Dallas. So
But so anything else, guys, before we wrap this up?
We still got UFC, boy.
fight night, big fight nights coming up on Saturday.
Ooh, what
Who's
we got?
Who's fighting?
We got Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Who do y'all got? And then the card is stacked, so
Bro, it is
that's
stacked.
gonna be
What is it? This Saturday or next
This
Saturday?
This Saturday.
Okay.
Ooh, these are going by fast.
For people that have no idea what's going on with the UFC, I'm with y'all. So
Okay, basically Dustin and Justin are like top 2, top 3. You can switch them however you feel, but it's their second fight.
The first one was really good.
Their first one was good. This one's to see who's gonna go against. I'm pretty sure Islam again, right?
Yeah.
Is the winner of Islam and Charles Oliveira, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be Islam again, but whatever. That's in the future. But yeah, who do y'all got?
I like both. They're both really good fighters. What's up?
let me ask you a question. What type of fighting? Other fighting,
What do you mean?
like Brazilian style, or
Who's they're fighting?
what type of style?
They're
They're
style-
both mixed martial artists.
I guess
As in, like,
they got a mixed
That's a fighting style. It's mixed martial arts.
Brazilian or
mixed martial artist means
Like
that
you get a little bit of everything.
They have a quote unquote belt on like almost everything. Like they don't specialize just on wrestling.
They have Brazilian, they have judo, they
Yeah,
have
a little
karate,
bit of
wrestling,
everything.
stuff like that.
okay.
That's what that's special. So they got a little bit of everything.
Okay, we're doing a 101 for dummies. Who has the upper hand?
Out of them two,
Mm-hmm. Who has the most belts and who has the more experience?
They're both pretty even. That's the thing. They're both pretty even. That's the
Okay.
that's the sad part that we can't really teach them much because they're both pretty kind of.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
why I
last
said
fight
you
was pretty
can-
close too. So I mean, it can go either way, dude. Who won it last time? It was Dustin Poirier, right? So Poirier won the last fight, but it was hella close. It was just super close fight.
Gaethje's a good fighter.
And Gaethje has gotten so much. They both gotten so much better since their first one.
I honestly think Poirier is gonna win this one. I really do think he's gonna win this one again. Gaethje's gonna put up a really good fight though. It's gonna be a really good fight.
Have they fought again?
And this is the second one.
Okay, but I'm saying that have they fought again, like separately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like 5
They've
years.
both gone against the champion. They
Who
both.
has lost the most recent?
Justin Gaethje.
Gaethje.
Gaethje lost recently.
Me not knowing anything, I'm gonna go with Gaethje.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
go with that.
at the
Actually,
end
you know
of the
what?
day,
I love Dustin Poirier, but I can see what your point. I go for
I'll go with Gaethje.
because
I
at the
go
end
for
of the
Gaethje
day,
too.
if Justin catches him, I think Justin is the more powerful puncher. So it could happen if he catches him. Yeah, I could see it going that way.
Who's more technical?
But I think I mean they're both. It's like basically it's clones of each other. Honestly,
Okay.
they're like clones of each other because they both kind of fight the same. They both. I mean, of course, you can go into detail. Maybe one's like I think Justin is a better wrestler and stuff like that, but they can both grapple. They can both punch. They're both pretty strong. They're both pretty quick.
Well, I got my money with Kenshi. What you got?
I got
I
Gaethje.
think I got Dustin.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go all the way.
Yeah, his last fights were really good. He's put up really good. His last fight was against who was his last fight? The last fight he ended up like fucking first round. Let me see.
Dustin's or
Dustin. Let me see.
Dustin's last fight.
Dustin Poirier. He ended up winning his last fight.
I know I'm trying to see who he fought last.
fought.
He fought
What's
Chandler.
his name? Yeah, Chandler. Yeah.
Michael
Chandler.
Chandler.
He did really good work of him. His last loss though was against Oliveira. His last loss was against Oliveira. He got tapped in round 3.
Okay, so he got tapped.
He got tapped.
Okay.
Uh, he
Well, let me ask you this:
what's up?
when you see a UFC fight and you see them tap, is that a fair fight for you, or is it more like a knockout because it's more of a boxing type of thing?
Dang.
Because tapping out, it's like saying I'm giving up, bro.
No, it's. I mean,
I'm giving up because
well. Here's
you're
the thing, though. You if you're getting some sit it in like in a triangle hold or a rear naked Camaro or whatever, you can still get knocked out. You'll just pass out, and then it's the same thing as
No.
if I catch you with a clean kick to the side of the head and you
No.
get knocked out. Exact
No,
same situation.
exactly. Because no,
So
hold on. It's because you got caught because your gameplay was not on point. But what I'm trying to say is because I'm trying to compare it with the boxing. Because for me,
Well,
when
I mean, you can't compare it though.
well,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, yeah, but for me, it's more of a if it's gonna be a knockout, dude, it's more of a leg kick or if it's gonna be a straight up knockout. Not just because I'm holding you from the neck and I'm tapping out because I'm giving out. No, that literally that can happen in the first 10 seconds. Y'all seen that before.
yep, yeah.
It's not fair because
we've seen people
I'm
get
already
knocked down in
giving
like
up.
the first 5 seconds.
Exactly. I'm already giving up. I'm already giving up. I'm already giving up. When we haven't seen like at least 2 rounds.
So are you
of-
saying they should UFC should get rid of like submitting, or are you saying just blackout?
just just in the sense of being knocked out. As soon as you get hit, not just because I'm getting fucking strangled and I can't breathe. Like,
So okay,
But like, what are you asking?
hold
Like,
up. I'm gonna give you this argument.
okay.
So like that, like you're saying, like in the first 10 seconds, like me and him are in a UFC ring. In the first 10 seconds, he grabs me, puts me in a rear naked. I know I can't get out of it, and I tap. Okay, that's whatever. But what if they didn't have TKOs in boxing? If I knock you down in boxing the first time you're done, you think that's the same thing?
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah, because you can essentially come. Yeah, you're right.
So
I guess so. Yeah. He does have a good
Well, here's my argument with that.
Go ahead.
So in the ring, there can be two guys that face each other that are both experts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is the art of, taking someone to the ground and just basically having I wasn't going to say it that way, but but basically like they can be okay. The highest accomplishment you can get in any type of martial arts is a black belt, correct?
Okay. Yes.
So that means you're like the top of that type of
You know your shit.
you know your shit. Yeah, you know your shit. So let's say a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighter goes against another Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighter, it's basically a test of who's the better Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighter at that point. And they go against each other, and then one guy gets the upper hand and submits the other guy. It's basically, yeah. So that's a good way of putting it, because like I've seen that happen before too, to where like I said, two Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighters go against each other.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's all up to skill. Like if a boxer or a kickboxer goes against a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighter, the kickboxer can get a good kick in and knock the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighter out. Or if the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighter is good enough, he can counter that, take him down, basically dominate him on the ground to where he can get him in a chokehold. So it's more of who can play, which fighting, who has a better fighting style.
Who has a better strategy?
Exactly. Yeah, it's more of who has a better strategy in the fight.
Who has the better game plan,
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. If you get submitted in the first 10 seconds, honestly, that was your fault because you should know he's good at that.
Okay, he's good at kicking
Yeah.
or
If you get knocked out in the first 10 seconds, you should have known he specializes in kicking or whatever.
exactly. Okay. I'm okay. I'm sorry.
It's just like in boxing when you're going in and you know this guy has a mean ass fucking uppercut. Mean ass uppercut. You gotta watch that uppercut. You gotta watch him feinting with his jab and then coming in with the right hook. The same thing.
Mm.
It's a combat sport. The only thing is, me personally, I prefer nowadays. I prefer UFC over boxing.
Okay. Oh,
Dude, for real, I prefer UFC. I would watch an entire UFC fight card, and I would only watch the main event of a boxing event nowadays.
okay. That literally just makes sense because I mean I'm more of a boxing. It's just like, hey, you gotta
Oh,
knock him out.
Perfect.
because-
Okay, so let's say in boxing, there's a lefty versus a righty,
Exactly.
and
Southpaw.
yeah, southpaw versus orthodox, and it's kind of actually no. Think of it this way: a lefty versus a lefty. They're basically the same, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah. So they're basically the same in.
The lefty and the righty.
Well, lefty and lefty, I meant.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, it's switching up. Lefty and lefty. They're basically the same. They train, pretty much the dominant hand's the left hand. At that point, it's up to who's got the better game plan for that fight.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, right now UFC is just dominating because, like David said, the whole card is stacked. And then in boxing nowadays, it's just really the main event or a prospect coming up, which is why boxing is kind of going downhill.
Okay.
Plus in UFC, you might get like a knockout. You might get a nice submission. You're gonna get like a really good fight. In boxing, it could be 6 good rounds of going back and forth, and then maybe a knockout. But more times than not, it's 12 rounds of them just going back and forth. And all right, let's go to the cards because they really couldn't tell. So, but for UFC, you don't get that. Like you don't get it like that.
So you pretty much get like let's just say that like David said, like a Brazilian black belt. Let's just say that hypothetically, he masters everything on Brazilian jiu-jitsu, whatever,
Yeah.
with a karate black belt, whatever,
Yeah.
and each one has their own signature move or whatever.
That actually happened.
And actually, whoever gets their KO or tap out wins
Mm-hmm.
because there's two different styles of fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and then whoever wins it has a superior hand. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
if it was the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or the karate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That actually happened.
See,
Back
that
when
makes
back when
sense.
UFC was, getting up,
Yeah.
there was a UFC champion called Lyoto Machida.
Yeah.
He was
Okay.
a big time black belt karate fighter,
Yep.
and he went against a Brazilian guy who was a jiu-jitsu fighter named Shogun Rua.
Yep.
And Shogun Rua knew that he was just karate.
Yeah.
So he strategized to where he took, Lyoto Machida down and just basically dominated the whole entire fight. Well, not dominated, just more, he had a good game plan against a karate fighter.
Better strategy. See who
Yeah,
can knock
yeah.
out first. Whoever. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense now because obviously, I mean, you do have to work with something that you haven't worked with, I guess. So you have to play more of a defense. Okay. So
But yeah, now that you kind of understand with this fight, they're mixed martial artists, both of them, so they both know a little bit of everything. Specialize on one thing. They both know a little bit of everything. That's why they're like so evenly matched.
I'm still gonna go with my pick.
Yeah, just in case you guys. I mean,
Yeah,
they call him the highlight for a reason.
yeah.
But,
Don't know this guy, but I'm still gonna go with him.
I mean, the card is stacked. We got what Ferguson. We got oh shit.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right, well let's wrap it up. Well, yeah, that's the main event, and then boxing wise, we got Errol Spence Jr. versus Bud Crawford on Saturday as well. So, who do you got?
I got Bud. I got not Bud. I got Arrow. I got Arrow. Arrow's gonna.
Who do y'all got?
What fight? What was the question
Spence and Crawford.
again? Fuck it. I'll go with Crawford. I like going against the popular because everybody says Spence is gonna win, right?
No,
Everybody says gonna get Crawford.
Spence right now is an underdog.
Oh, okay, then I'll go for Spence. I like going for the underdogs.
Who you got?
Underdog.
Yeah,
Spence?
Spence.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an underdog, but not by much. It's like super fucking close.
Okay, so it's a
that's
close
why-
fight.
I mean, honestly, the fight is past when they should have fought, but at least they're fighting. So
Okay, so anything
Yeah,
else?
that's pretty much it, combat sports wise.
Again. So you got anything last to say? Any more sports?
Subscribe, like,
Yeah.
share.
Also, again, big thanks to our sponsor Dubby. Again, go to w.gg, type in BallBoyz with a Z at the end of checkout to get a 10% off your purchase. They got tumblers, they got samplers, they got tubs, they got all sorts of things on there. So thank you to our sponsor. Like I said, you guys want to add anything else to the end?
No, just subscribe, like,
Subscribe,
share.
yeah.
Whatever. Oh, and I do gotta say, produce still going up. Hasn't had a crash. I'm out here. I need to try out that energy drink. It's almost 4 a.m. out here.
It is not 4 a.m. dude.
Yes, it is fucking 4 a.m. out here.
It is 4 a.m.
Feels like 4 a.m.
I'm feeling.
I'm about to go to work in and out.
Yeah, so I'm fixing to crash out. I'm yawning. If y'all see this video, I'm really yawning. Producer's still going. No crash.
He
no
might edit.
nothing.
He might edit it tonight. He'll be up early in the morning, maybe.
Yeah, so
We'll see how
Yeah.
Dubby works.
exactly. So y'all might see this Friday afternoon, maybe Saturday.
Hopefully, we'll see.
I don't know. What I'm saying this. He's still going. I'm pretty crashed.
This is-
because I
yeah,
just got water.
This is the most energy I've seen David with too. So.
Yeah, that is true.
But all right, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for 100 again. And here's to the next 100. So we'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace. And we out.